Hi again, everybody. I'm Doug Miles along with Ed Schneider. We're here at Iverick Field on the campus of Sarasota High School, where we've just witnessed a dominating performance by the Venice Indians tonight as they defeat the Sarasota Sailors by the score of 48-7. And Ed, after a scoreless first quarter, one of your keys to the game was control the game, control the clock, and the Sailors did that, holding the Venice Indians scoreless in that first quarter. Sarasota didn't score, but they controlled the ball for about 9 minutes of it. But after that, it was all Venice.
All Venice after that. Venice was in the midst of a long drive at the end of the first quarter, scored on the first play of the second quarter to take a 7-0 lead. And after that, they added 3 more scores in the second period. Sarasota did come up with 1 touchdown, a brilliant 79-yard run by Sean Hurley. Fended off about 4 or 5 tacklers in the open field and then outran 2 tacklers at the end to get into the end zone. A great play, but that was the only scoring that Sarasota would see in the first half. And after all that, it was Venice 27, Sarasota 7 at the half.
Trey Burton, the outstanding quarterback for Venice, who's going to go to the University of Florida next year, had another tremendous game. He threw for 3 touchdowns tonight, ran for 2 touchdowns, and just unstoppable, really, for the Sarasota defense. Sailor defense isn't the only one that's had trouble stopping him, but tonight they just could not do anything against him.
Well, I think Florida's a perfect place for him. He's very, I call it Tebow-like. He's a big bruising runner, and he's also fast and has a strong arm as well. He had all the throws in his arsenal tonight. He was able to throw the slants, the hitch routes, out to the wide receivers. He was able to hit the tight ends, doing drag routes across the field, and then he was able to throw the ball downfield deep as well. One play, he had a 4th and 35 and completed a 36-yard pass, beautifully thrown right down the center of the field in between 4 defenders. So he's got it all on the passing game, and then you throw in the running game. Anytime it was 3rd or 4 or less, he knew he was going to run it, whether it was the option play, quarterback draw, or fake to the back that was back there and keep it and run with it. He must have had 100 and some yards rushing as well. He added to his 17 rushing touchdown, as you mentioned, 2 of those tonight, and 3 more passing touchdowns. It gives him 13 on the season. So right there, 32 touchdowns he's been responsible for so far during the season. It's easy to see why the Venice Indians are the 5th-ranked 5A team in the state of Florida.
Beckett Wales catching 2 of those touchdowns for the Indians. Josh Boyle had 2 touchdown runs tonight for Venice as well. A multiple attack, again, both running and passing, led by quarterback Trey Burton. Now the Venice Indians, after that early season loss, that game that was shown on ESPN television, they have run off 7 in a row. They have a record of 7-1 on the season, 3-0 undefeated in district play. And the Sarasota Sailors, after that district win a few weeks ago against Northport, they have not won since. They are 1 up and 6 down, 1-2 in the district.
Well, they just went through really a meat grinder of games. 10th-ranked Manatee a couple weeks ago, and in Southeast, one of the top teams in 3A last week, and now Venice. The schedule really can't get any more difficult, but it doesn't get much easier either. Next week, they travel up to Pinellas County to take on the Largo Packers, who come into this weekend with a 5-1 record. And then they come back home and travel down to the Ram Bowl for the big, bitter rivalry with the Riverview Rams in 2 weeks. And then they finish up with Charlotte, a team that lost a outstanding 31-28 game last week to Venice. That shows the kind of quality team they have. So the Sailors still have 3 tough games on the schedule. The district portion of the schedule, other than Riverview, it will be completed then. And what they're going to try to do is learn what they can from this game and come out and pick up a couple wins to go into the off season on a positive note.
Yeah, the thing you can hang your hat on, again, bright spots for the Sailors tonight. Sean Hurley's run, you mentioned 79 yards. Always at least showing enthusiasm. The team really doesn't hang their head down despite the tough season that they're going through, so you got to give them credit for that. But it has been a tough road, and it's not going to get any easier next week up in Largo. Ed, I know you'll be on assignment next week, so we'll see you again in 2 weeks, and we look forward to having that game at Riverview. It's going to be always a great matchup between those 2 rivals here in Sarasota.
Looking forward to going down to the Ram Bowl. We've never been there to do a game. It should be fun. It is, the inner city rivalry. It is the big thing here in Sarasota County. So that'll be a lot of fun. It's a type of game that no matter the season you're having, could make your season if you beat your bitter rival. That would be something that would be very important for the Sarasota Sailors in the midst of the kind of season they're having. They come up with a win in that game. But first, let's see if they can pick up a win against Largo.
I'd like to thank all of our video affiliates that carry our post-game show on fandome.com, on youtube.com, maxpreps.com, great high school sports website, on the Sarasota Herald Tribune prep football page. We thank you for tuning in as well. Our new affiliate this week is dailymotion.com. Thank you for watching, and a couple of local arts and entertainment sites here in Sarasota called anythingarts.com and sarasotalocal.com. So we appreciate you all for tuning in each week. And Ed, as we go along, we're getting more and more email responses and people watching us.
Right, we certainly are, and we appreciate all the positive feedback we're receiving, and we're glad to see that our affiliate network continues to grow as well. It enables more folks to see our regular post-game reports, and look forward to future sports reports once the football season ends as well.
Again, we will be doing a playoff game, the best matchup here in Southwest Florida. We are assuming it's going to be Venice will be one of the teams, maybe Manatee, but whatever it is, we'll let you know here on the website here, so hope you'll tune in for that. The final score, once again, Venice Indians 48, Sarasota Sailors 7. For Ed Schneider, this is Doug Miles saying thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.
Good night.